And welcome to another episode of Zav's Takes. I'm Zav, and today I'm coming to you after the Yankees lost Game 3, 7-5 against the Guardians. And the question is now, they're still up 2-1, but should the Yankees be worried? And before I get to that question, I have to recap last night because it was a classic. That was a classic game. And it was even memorable without the ninth inning. Think about the eighth inning. The Yankees are down 3-1 against the best closer in baseball, Class A. And Aaron Judge comes up. He hasn't had a big postseason, and boom, opposite field, beautiful approach, two-run homer, ties the game. And then Giancarlo Stanton just continues what he's been doing all postseason, totally locked in, laid off some tough pitches, fouled off some tough pitches with the cutter, and then got one out over the plate, and bam, center field. And you think that's the game-winning home run. They come from behind, they're up, they score an insurance run on the top of the ninth inning, two-run lead in the bottom of the ninth, nobody on base, two outs, game over, right? And the Indians, give them credit. They fought, they clawed, and they pulled that out. And the game tying home run from Yuniesky Noel was just from the crack of the bat, the way he flipped it. Brian Anderson's call on TBS was awesome. Listen, it was great. Last night was great, and you give it to the Guardians. You give them credit for what they did. So the question today, why am I still in a good mood? Because should the Yankees be worried? No, they shouldn't, right? Like I mentioned, they're still up. They're still in the driving seat. It's 2-1. Their lineup is clicking on all cylinders. Apart from Austin Wells, everyone else in that lineup is putting together great at bats. I mean, Glaber's in that leadoff spot, hitting the ball the other way. Volpe's been walking, base hits. Even Rizzo's come back. He looks good at the plate. Stanton, Judge is coming around. So the lineup is just working better than at any point in the season. And they're going up against Gavin Williams today, right? He's 3-10 with a 4.86 ERA. Yankees, this you should not be worried about that. They've still got waiting in the wings Cole and Rodon, two starters the Guardians can't match. I mean, they had won four in a row, so to have a loss isn't, it's not the end of the world. So they win today. They're up 3-1. Rodon, Cole, next two games, you figure it's um they're back on track. So you should, in my opinion, as a Yankee fan, you should not be worried. The only thing I'll say that could potentially become problematic is the bullpen because Boone has used Holmes and Weaver every game in these playoffs. And Weaver, and they didn't give up, the whole bullpen didn't give up a run against the Royals. Now you're starting to see some fatigue, some cracks, right? Weaver, two games in a row, he's given up a home run. Holmes last night gave up the winning home run. So your two big guys, you know, they can't just go on and on and on. They're proving that. They've pitched literally every game in these playoffs and they finally start to crack. Now, Luis Hill and Marcus Stroman, I mean, Hill's going to start today and he's got a great arm. He was one of the best pitchers in baseball early in the season. And with Stroman coming in to back him up, the Yankees should get innings out of those guys. I've already mentioned they should hit Gavin Williams. So ideally, they have a nice lead and they could win this game without using Holmes or Weaver. Now, where things could get interesting is what if Hill and Stroman don't have it? And this is a close game in late innings. I don't know what the Yankees. I don't think they're going to use. They really want to use Holmes and Weaver. They really want to give these guys a rest. I mean, then who do you go to if it's a tight game today? Canely? Yeah, I mean it'll have to be Hill. Hill's pitched a lot too. So my point is, and with the Hamilton's injured now, so If Heel and Stroman don't give you a good outing, all of a sudden the bullpen, you know, has some trouble. And you need a bullpen. The bullpen needs to be clicking to win the playoffs. And we see this year after year. So that's something to pay attention to today. And I'm interested to see, with the long layoff, he'll pitch, like I said, he pitches well with extended rest. Um, so that's something to pay attention to. But overall, you enjoy last night for what it was, and you expect the Yankees to get back on track today. Have a great day. Enjoy the baseball, and I'll talk to you soon.